Very good evening and welcome to this special edition of Breaking News coming to you from the heart of the national capital at 10 Rajaji Marg. This is where the entire action shifted today as the Congress party is still in a huddle brainstorming to decide the name of the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. 3 days back on 13, the Congress party won a massive massive mandate, ladies and gentlemen, in the state of Karnataka, with 136, in fact, MLAs supporting the Congress party winning this election. But the party, which has seen trouble in other states as well over the claimants of the Chief Minister, is treading cautiously as far as Karnataka is concerned. 2024, the big election, is right up next, and the party would want to tread very, very cautiously, not make a mistake that they have made in the past. That's going to be our top focus. I'm standing right outside the residence of Congress Party President Karnataka veteran Mallikarjun Kharge. We have all the latest details of what happened through the day, and we'll get you the perspective from our guests and reporters. But before that, take a look how the day panned. All right, so important news, in fact, coming in at this moment. Remember, there were series of meetings that took place here at 10 Rajaji Marg. Important news break coming in at this moment. There has been no consensus at this moment as far as the Chief Minister is concerned. Meetings remain inconclusive, so there is going to be no announcement as far as the Chief Minister's name is concerned. The Congress party, possibly there is going to be a second round of meetings tomorrow as well. Both DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah are going to stay put in the national capital. Let me very quickly go across and bring my senior colleague Sunil Prabhu, who has been joining us at this moment, was in Bengaluru, spoke to DK Shivakumar before he came to Delhi as well. Sunil, what are you picking up from your sources? What are the sticking points at this moment as we learn that at least today there hasn't been any consensus?
Well, there is 2-3 points to be taken into account. Firstly, we need to tell our viewers that the numbers in terms of a secret ballot, that report, the observer's report, we have been able to get certain details. The numbers are clearly in favor of Mr. Siddaramaiah. Having said that, Mr. DK Shivakumar, who has worked tirelessly for the party, as he says, right from the time when the Congress party was completely decimated in the state and had lost in a coalition government, and in that context, after the party Operation Kamal had succeeded, he had taken over. He's not giving up without a fight. He believes that this victory is also partly because of his hard work, and he's quite clear that this has been a cohesive force in terms of victory of all KPCC leaders and everybody else from the rank and file. And in that context, he's taking claim and he's not giving up at any cost. Having said that, finally, there is a big dilemma, and as we pointed out, there will definitely be more consultations that will take place through the night and hopefully till tomorrow, where they will be able to take a decision. Whatever announcement has to be made will be done in Bangalore, where the CLP meeting will take place. But of course, we will try to continue to get unofficially what exactly are the details and what is the kind of formula and whether they'll be able to broker peace between Mr. DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah and find a way forward in this entire crisis.
Right. Sunil, one more question. Arvind is also joining us at this moment. He's been tracking the developments here. Very quickly, I just want to understand from you, like you said, the most MLAs are backing Mr. Siddaramaiah. In that scenario, what is the difficulty as far as the Congress party is concerned? Mr. DK Shivakumar is still pressing with his claim. Eventually, as the norms would be, it will be the MLAs and the decision that they take. Won't that be enforced as far as the CLP is concerned?
Well, it is definitely an issue. See, it's so close to the wire in terms of numbers. That is why they can't ignore Mr. DK Shivakumar. And it's in that context that they will have to take everybody along, and that's the big challenge for the Congress party. The fact that they have to find a way forward in terms of the numbers. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, even though he might not have had the numbers, has been the person responsible, and he's been the party president, which has brought the party to such a massive mandate. There have been instances earlier where the Congress party has tried to bring in a fresh face in fighting elections. But from the time I've covered, the convention has always been to go by the numbers. That's been Sonia Gandhi's principal position. Whoever has the largest number, and then work on the second largest voter, in this case Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, and find a way to broker peace between the two. And that's going to be Mr. Kharge as well as Rahul Gandhi and other senior leaders' job through the night, if they want to find a resolution in the next few hours and go ahead with the swearing in that was planned on the 18th, or that could be delayed further till they find a consensus. What I have been told from my sources is Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is not giving up without a fight.
All right, D.K. Shivakumar not giving up without a fight. But before I go to Arvind, let me also put out what we have learned from Mr. D.K. Shivakumar's sources close to Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. He has said that he's sticking to his demand of becoming the Chief Minister. He has mentioned how much contribution and how much he has in fact done for the party in this meeting, a 45-minute meeting with Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. In fact, he has also said that every time the party has always given a powerful post to Mr. Siddaramaiah since the time he came from the JDS to the Congress. Either it was the Chief Minister or then, of course, the leader of opposition. It's time for a change. Sources also telling us that if he is not given the post of the Chief Minister, then some third person should be. Remember, it was Mr. D.K. Shivakumar who at one point of time during the campaign had said that he is okay to work under Mallikarjun Kharge if he becomes the Chief Minister of Karnataka, which Mr. Kharge himself has completely ruled out. Arvind, important meetings throughout the day. Rahul Gandhi also met Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge with K.C. Venugopal, with Mr. D.K. Shivakumar now hardening his stand. How difficult it is for the Congress party, and what's at stake for the Congress party to get this decision right?
Ankit, like how Sunil was explaining regarding the MLA's support for both the leaders, it's not like it's not one-sided like how it was speculated earlier. So what we are learning from our sources that though Siddaramaiah has the majority MLA's support with his side, but the margin is not a wide margin. It's still a close margin, and that's where Congress leadership is also kind of considering what D.K. Shivakumar is also pitching in, because D.K. Shivakumar is saying that after the coalition government collapsed, he worked tirelessly for the party, and then his contribution for the party's performance should also be kept in consideration while the party takes a call for the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Though, like Sunil explaining that the Congress leadership, the Congress leadership usually goes with the MLA support, the number of MLA support. But in this side, in this time, what we are learning is that Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge is also considering the fact of D.K. Shivakumar's contribution to party's performance, and that's why there seems to be kind of division between the family, let it be Rahul Gandhi or others, and with what Kharge are thinking, and that's where the Congress party wants to go for a wider consultation once more, and that's why what we are being told is that it's unlikely that the party will make any kind of decision tomorrow, or there would be any announcement tomorrow, because the party will again consult with the senior leaders, both the central and state leadership, and then the party will also, Kharge will also reach out to Sonia Gandhi, and then the party will take the final call. Like Sunil explained and other reporters are saying that the announcement will be made in Bangalore, but one takeaway from here is that D.K. Shivakumar is still in the game. It's not yet over, and D.K. Shivakumar he has made his stance very strong, and that's where the party, it has kind of complicated the situation, but the party is trying to work on amicable solution so that there won't be any disturbance for the government here.
So what could be that formula? That's the key question. How will they placate DK Shivakumar if the leaning is towards Mr. Siddaramaiah? Arvind, thank you for joining us. Sunil, also thanks to you. Important because the way the party moves forward and the kind of decision that they take could, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, would in fact be very, very important for 2024 elections as well. The party doesn't want to be in a situation where two factions in the party are pulling against each other. They need a chief minister who can also go ahead and implement the schemes, the guarantees that the Congress party has announced. So effective leader, chief minister, and also an effective manager for the 2024 elections. That's what the party would be looking at. Let me very quickly also at this moment on this very important news go across to Maya Sharma, our former colleague and senior journalist who's been in fact looking at things from southern India with a very minute perspective. She's joining us this evening. Rashid Kidwai, who knows the Congress party inside out, a senior journalist, political analyst, is also with us this evening. I thank both of you for being with us. Before in fact I go to you, Maya, what we've also learned from our sources is that even the Congress top leadership, and what is this top leadership? Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the party, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, K.C. Venugopal, and Randeep Singh Surjewala, who is General Secretary in charge of Karnataka, all of them have also shared their views. Mr. K.C. Venugopal and Rahul Gandhi are of the opinion that the MLAs are with Mr. Siddaramaiah. He should be made the chief minister. That's what they have discussed. Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who enjoys a better relationship with DK Shivakumar, has also spoken about his contribution. Randeep Singh Surjewala has remained a neutral observer. Meanwhile, Sonia Gandhi has a very good relationship with DK Shivakumar. That's why DK Shivakumar is insisting that whatever the decision is should be taken in presence and with consensus of Sonia Gandhi. Maya, I just want to first come to you and understand from you what are the implications. If Congress party, whatever time they are taking, they're well within their rights to be extra cautious after the huge mandate. What's on line for the Congress party when it comes to making a right decision as far as Karnataka is concerned?
Well, one really would have wished that this had been worked out earlier. It makes one wonder whether the Congress in fact exceeded its own expectations by having this very, very big victory in Karnataka, because the elections were scheduled, they were announced. One would have thought and perhaps probably hoped that a major political party would have made this decision earlier. But this thing of projecting a chief ministerial face before the elections, before the voting, many parties seem to be avoiding that now, maybe to avoid, alienating some leaders. But one would have thought that a major party, should have made that decision a little bit in advance. Yes, DK Shivakumar is, of course, very close to the Gandhi family. In his very emotional speech after the huge victory in Karnataka was announced, he spoke about a promise given to Sonia Gandhi and how he had lived up to his promise of delivering Karnataka to the Congress. So he's certainly using that very close connection. There is one point of view, of course, that he is younger, that he may have more chances ahead. But when will such a chance come again, such a massive lead for the Congress? That's also a very big question. And they'll have to figure out whether he has to figure out also whether he would be happy with the Deputy Chief Minister's position. That, of course, is a big question.
So as Maya is saying, Deputy Chief Minister position, he would also like, if not the Chief Minister, the positioning that he is a clear leader in number 2 as far as the scheme of things in Karnataka is concerned. Rashid Kidwai Saab, it's always in politics, that is said, you have to grab the moment. DK Shivakumar is giving out a very clear message. It doesn't matter whether he's 61. His loyalty to the Congress party cannot be taken for granted. Are you seeing something unusual? And how big and important is this decision for Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and his position in the party as well?
Ankit, first of all, to me, these are all mere posturing. Loyalty to party has to be absolute. I think the Congress has developed a knack of making simple things look complex. When the observers had gone and the head count was made, that should have been made public and that would have settled. Because Ankit, you must remember, in a parliamentary democracy, it is numbers that determine everything. Somebody who gets 51 votes would always be ahead of the one who gets 49 votes. So that principle should have been applied. It's never too late to apply it now. The Congress leadership, be it Kharge's or Gandhi's, should not be allowed to be blackmailed by any individual. The party is much more, stronger than an individual. A victory, it cannot be of one individual. The victory was of Congress party and its symbol, that being hand. Now, anybody who tries to weaken that hand, the door should be, he should be shown an exit door. So this is a litmus test for Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who is an elected Congress president, to put, democratic credentials of the Congress in full display. Because unless the Congress showed itself
right
in contrast with the BJP, it cannot excel.
Maya, but it's more complex than that. The Congress has examples of making things more complicated for them. We have seen what happened in Madhya Pradesh and in what is happening in Rajasthan as well. But the fact is that there are already murmurs of somebody asking for a Muslim to be made the Deputy Chief Minister, a Lingayat to be made the Chief Minister. There are people, those Mr. Parmeshwar supporters, asking him to be made the Chief Minister. So whosoever gets the top job. Two priorities, of course, to try and keep this social coalition that the Congress party has got in this election going forward till 2024. Yeah. But they will also have to look at the resources and an organizational man as well.
Absolutely. And when it comes to 2024, there's also a school of thought that thinks perhaps DK Shivakumar might be the better man to lead the Congress into that crucial election in 2024. He is known for his organizational skills. He is known for the way he can mobilize resources, mobilize people as well. He has been the Congress trouble fighter. So there is a school of thought that thinks that he's the man to be in charge in 2024. He will, of course, he could continue as KPCC president, which of course would also mean he would be in a leadership role. And maybe without being chief minister, he could also focus on that role of the next fight, the next big fight of the Congress, which is not too very far away. Siddaramaiah, of course, absolutely experienced. He knows what he's doing. If he does indeed have the numbers, as we're learning from the votes of the MLAs, then it should perhaps follow that. It should perhaps follow what is being decided by the MLAs of the Congress. But DK Shivakumar would have a hugely important role with 2024 coming up at the national level as well, in terms of being a relatively young Congress face out there in the country, not just Karnataka, but a wider role as well. He could also possibly be thinking of that as well, rather than restricting himself to Karnataka. Maybe his time as chief minister will come someday, even if it's not today.
If not today, and you're right. I mean, in fact, with the role that he has taken over as the troubleshooter for the Congress party, we saw him coming to national prominence, managing and helping Mr. Ahmed Patel in his Rajya Sabha election, yes. Then of course the Maharashtra crisis as well. So he's possibly more popular in that sense, and can carry on that popularity, build on that popularity outside the country as a national level leader as well. But Mr. Rashid Kidwai, what could be that formula that the Congress party would be looking at this moment, sir? They have already burned their hands and they have examples of Madhya Pradesh and of Rajasthan as well. What could be that formula? Will a two and a half formula work, or a deputy chief minister with powerful portfolios? What is your sense, sir?
Ankit, I think the Congress had made a mistake in 2018 by not going by the head count as far as, or in the transparent manner, the choice of chief ministers of Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So they should have learned lessons and done it this time around. In the intra-party matter, there is no scope for rotation, etc. That bad optics, that should not be there. Post of deputy chief minister is also technical in nature. The deputy chief minister is a senior minister by another name. But in this scheme of things, as I see it, Ankit, the Congress leadership has made up its mind that there is going to be a chief minister and there is going to be a deputy chief minister. It has to enforce that formula to the contenders, and that is where I think the test of leadership comes.
Right.
From my understanding, there is nobody who would, at this point of time think of, exit, because the mandate has been so overwhelming. And you see, here is Mr. DK Shivakumar, who had said, by his own admission, he chose jail. He went to jail for 50 days instead of compromising or becoming deputy chief minister. If he has that level of loyalty, then what is he saying today? I mean, I don't give much credence to the sources-based story, because
Okay.
I think Kharge's and Gandhi's, whatever they want to, decide or do in the interest of Karnataka, they would do it, and they should go by the
Yes.
majority opinion of the Congress, MLAs.
I think that's the big comfort that the Congress party has at this moment, because it's not like a mandate which is hovering around the majority mark. It's a comprehensive mandate, and that's why the risk of any disability or anybody trying any mischief is completely bare minimum at this moment. Thank you so much to both of you for sharing your views. While we are talking about who's going to be the next chief minister, my colleague Veera Raghav caught up with the at this moment, the caretaker chief minister of Mr. B.S. Bomai. He caught up with Veera Raghav to try and understand what went wrong as far as the BJP's campaign is concerned and who is to blame. Take a look while the Congress is deciding the next chief minister to possibly the former chief minister at this moment of Karnataka.
Joining me now is outgoing Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, who led the Bharatiya Janata Party's campaign from the front. Well, a disappointing defeat for him. But, sir, what is perhaps the lesson that you learned from this personally and politically from the results?
See, basically, the people were swayed away by freebies, number one. Number two, personally, I feel that Congress were more organized and started earlier, which otherwise BJP used to do. And we took our decisions little late. And the campaign, the narration, which were we are supposed to be in the forefront, we could not. So the right messaging didn't go to the people. And our programs, even though they reached, the narration should have been set in. Some of our major decisions were also not reached the people. However, it was a hard-fought battle, and if you look into the vote shares, there is no much difference. But it didn't convert us the seats. And the second major factor is that our penetration in southern Karnataka helped Congress, where JDS had a strong hold, and we were able to penetrate most of the JDS areas, which helped the Congress otherwise. 5% of JDS shifted to Congress. So these two factors really helped Congress.
So going forward, as BJP prepares to be an opposition party, what do you think are the core lessons for the party? One of the reasons why I'm asking you this question is that there was a sense that there were many different decision makers in the BJP in these elections. One set from Delhi, there was pressures from several state leaders. Is there one person above all that you believe, I know you've taken responsibility, one person above all you think is responsible for the defeat, and perhaps something the party needs to change as it goes forward?
As you yourself said, I had led it from the front. And I take the entire blame. I don't want to blame any other person. Whatever might have happened, but ultimately the leader has to take a blame. Then only things can move on, improve. We have to recognize our mistakes, do the course correction, and we have to go forward. The major thing is that we have to do the party, prepare it quite early for Lok Sabha, and then we have to bring in some new blood and new thinking at all levels, and we have to regenerate our workers, and probably within next 3 to 6 months things will be changing and will favoring us, and especially it's a Lok Sabha election, and it will be Prime Minister at the helm of affairs, and without any much leader of credibility in the opposition will also play an important role. But however, to convert that goodwill into this thing, we have to learn a lessons from assembly, start it early, more well-oiled party machinery, and with all full steam and full commitment, you have to go ahead.
What about the leader of opposition's post? Now that's going to be the next pick, this one. Do you see that for yourself? How do you see this? How do you see BJP as an opposition party now?
See, as a responsible man, I don't go by the post. Whether the leader of opposition is given to me or somebody else. The overall responsibility is on me. I'm being a Chief Minister for nearly almost 2 years and given so many good programs. It is for me to take it up once again to the people. And I'm sure people of Karnataka have been making a difference between Lok Sabha and this state elections. When Ramakrishna Gade lost in 83, 84, we came back. In 2013, we lost much badly than this. We came back in 2014. So we are expecting that we'll come back in 2014. Whatever the role will be given by the party, otherwise also, I'll take up a lot of responsibility and I'll go to the
Right,
people.
so that was the outgoing Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. At this moment, the BJP looking at deep introspection on what went wrong for them with this performance, which is less than half of the seats of the Congress party. That's all the time that we have on this edition of Breaking News. News and updates continue after a short break. Stay tuned. Good night.